Hey guys, JV here with another Destiny 2 tips and tricks video. This time we're covering how to maximize your power level past level 280. Just a heads up, this is your place for daily Destiny 2 content here on YouTube, so hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for Destiny 2 tips and tricks videos. Today I'm going to show you how to level beyond 280. Last week we covered how to hit power level 280, so if you happen to miss that, link is in the description below. We talked about how to get there, but not what happens beyond that point, so let's get into it. Before we get into specific methods, let's cover something that the game doesn't explain very well, and that's mods. In Destiny 2, most pieces of gear have slots which you can drop little upgrades into. Some of these will do small things like boost your weapon handling, while others can actually increase the attack or defense value of your item. You can acquire mods through decrypting engrams, but also you can just buy them from Banshee the Gunsmith in the tower for 2,500 Glimmer each. Something to keep in mind, you should never be sitting at the 100,000 Glimmer cap or just below it. Always go and buy gear mods from Banshee so you're not wasting any currency that you're getting by doing activities. So once you reach power level 280, and the whole reason we're talking about mods, Banshee in the tower will allow you to trade normal gear mods, the rare ones, for legendary mods, and this involves having 3 copies of the rare version of the mod and trading those in for a legendary version. You just kind of have to get lucky with buying those 2,500 Glimmer rare mods to get 3 of them. Now there are many legendary mods which are just upgraded versions of the rare ones, but what we're looking for are mods that grant +5 attack or +5 defense to our gear. Oftentimes the weapon mods will come with an energy, which will change the element type of your energy and power weapons. But the key here is that by trading rare mods in for legendary ones, we can effectively boost every single weapon and armor piece that we have by 5 points, at least, the highest level ones. And as a result, you can jump up 5 power levels right when you hit 280, as long as you've been doing the whole Glimmer and rare random mods thing that we're talking about here. So this is also always something you want to keep in mind past power level 280. Always make sure you're buying rare mods, trading them in for legendaries, and dropping those +5s into your new pieces of gear. A few side notes before we move on, you can actually get lucky with legendary pieces of gear because some of them already have a +5 mod. It doesn't have it a lot, so don't expect it, but it can happen. And then finally, every single exotic piece already has a +5 mod installed, so you're not able to do this with exotic weapons and armor. Just remember that. There are several things to consider beyond power level 280, so I think the best way to think about this is in terms of priorities. What should you be doing first? And your first priority, almost always in any situation when trying to boost your power level, is to finish your weekly milestones. Depending on where you are in the progression, you'll have just a few of these available, or you'll have plenty of them to work through. After each weekly reset, you'll have the Crucible milestone, Flashpoint public events, the Nightfall, the raid, activities like these to complete. And each powerful engram will reward you with a decent upgrade, around 5 to 10 power levels above what you currently have. Now, for you higher power level people out there, I'm not sure if these cap out at a certain point or not because I am around 286 power right now, but the maximum power that we know of right now is 350, and I'm fairly sure these powerful engrams will carry you all the way through. So always be sure to complete these weekly activities to receive guaranteed significant upgrades to your power level. Now, I would list the Nightfall Strike as the second priority, but since it's already a milestone in Destiny 2, I won't go over that again. Just know that the first time that you complete the Nightfall each week, there's potential for a nice upgrade in the chest at the very end, in addition to the powerful engram you get for even completing it. The raid also falls under this category too. Once you're a high enough level, that'll become a milestone every week, but Leviathan isn't super easy. It's not something most players can expect to clear every single week unless you have significant experience, you're of a certain power level, and you have a solid raid group going every single time. After completing your milestones, our second priority is to complete any exotic quests if you haven't done so already. I listed this as a method to reach 280 in my previous video, and I still stand by that, but in hindsight, I would recommend only doing 1 or 2 of them to reach that point, to hit 280. The reason is because these weapons drop about 10 attack higher than your current power level. They're very, very good, which is super helpful after 280. I just completed the Mida Multi-Tool exotic quest last night, which gave me a 295 version of the weapon. That instantly bumped my power several levels up. So the basic idea here is to do one exotic quest every few levels. Space them out so you're getting a boost each time one is completed. So in case you haven't started these yet, here's a few things you'll need to save up for them eventually. You'll need 5 rare or better legendary scout rifles. You'll need to save up those weapons, put them in your vault, whatever. You'll need 5 legendary engrams saved up. That one's kind of annoying. And the most annoying, I think, is the 1 exotic engram. They're not too hard to come by. You can do a lot of heroic public events to get one, but eventually I'll have a video out for each of the exotic quests talking about these specific things. But trust me, it's better to get these silly requirements done before you even have to grind for them. That's what I did, and it made them a lot easier. I wouldn't consider this one a priority, but we definitely need to talk about reputation because I was confused on this. While it seems like reputation becomes useless after a certain point, like why do we even need to do this now? These rewards actually scale up at specific intervals every 10 levels. And this process seems to begin at 265 if I'm not mistaken. So for example, if I'm power level 280, it might seem like the 275 legendary drops I get for leveling up reputation aren't worth my time. Like going to Devrim K and turning in my EDZ tokens, I keep getting 275 weapons or whatever it may be. And at this point at level 280, it's probably not worth it. It doesn't seem like this is worth my time. But once I hit power level 285 in this scenario, those reputation tokens will start dropping a little bit higher. And the same thing will happen again at 295. So again, I'm not sure exactly how long this goes on, but I believe you can expect this at power level 265, 275, 285, 295, and potentially further on. I also really like this because you can easily plan to farm reputation once you hit that level. So you kind of chain together these different activities and events and work your way up the power levels. Once you've completed your milestones, done the exotic quests, and taken advantage of legendary mods and reputation packages to get as high as possible, there's not much you can do to boost your power level. At that point, you'll see 1 to 2 point upgrades every now and then, which will slowly raise your overall potential power. Still, I've found the most efficient way to find upgrades after the priorities is by completing heroic public events. It's a bit of a grind and it can be boring, but if you have a squad of 3 who knows what they're doing, you'll be seeing those upgrades fairly frequently. It's not that bad. We covered a lot of information in this video, so let's do a quick recap. After 280, finish your milestones first on each weekly reset. These will provide the most consistent gear upgrades to boost your power level. After that, complete any remaining exotic quests that you haven't done already. These provide a nice boost to your weapons, so do one every few levels and space them out. After that, focus on reputation packages at each 10 level interval. These can easily boost you up each time you hit that interval. And throughout all of this, be sure to swap legendary mods into your new gear. Always do this because each time you get a gear upgrade, it essentially has +5 attached onto it unless it already has a legendary mod. So if you get like a 290 item, really it's a 295 because you can just put a legendary +5 in there. Following these priorities and staying on top of your legendary mods is the easiest way to boost your power level past 280. Alright guys, today I shared how to level beyond power level 280. In the comment section below, let me know what your favorite method is to gain power after milestones. I enjoy a little Crucible here and there, but heroic public events seem to be the best way to do it. So share what you do in the comment section below. Next time we will cover more Destiny 2 here on the channel, so stay tuned for daily Destiny 2 tips and tricks videos. If you learned something new, remember to hit that like button and subscribe for lots of Destiny 2 content. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.